a digital reduction regimen.
Hi guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to the Not Carrie Bradshaw YouTube channel. As you saw in the intro video for this weight loss journey, I am bringing you guys along with me as I embark on this total wellness journey. I do a lot of work on myself for mental, spiritual, and emotional health, meaning I see a therapist once a week, I journal every day, I meditate, I get to church as often as I can. When I can't get to church, I watch me a good sermon on this here YouTube. I will give you some recommendations. But I, for a really long time, have been neglecting my physical health because I'm a relatively healthy person. But the thing is, I actually want to keep it that way. And on top of that, all those things work hand in hand. You can't just have one component of health because whatever you ignore is going to come back to bite you in the ass. And that's basically what's happened with me. Since college, like most people, I gained a shit ton of weight. So I'm here for this video to take you all the way to the beginning. Basically, I, for a very long time, was able to eat whatever I wanted and be a very tiny person. When I went to college, I weighed maybe 105 pounds. I wore like a 00. I was a very tiny person with huge boobs. And that just kind of came naturally from genetics, from being on the dance team, from having what at 18-year-old metabolism. I didn't really have to work very hard for that body. But as I got older, especially while in college, I was neglecting my health quite a bit. I was doing a lot of partying like most people do, especially going to a party school like I went to. When I think back on it, I was eating a lot of trash. Like I was going days without having any semblance of a vegetable, and even if I did, it wasn't like a healthy vegetable. I would have like these really chunky salads that were just drenched in ranch dressing and that would be me like eating healthy that day. I just wasn't very conscious of how I was eating, and I was also struggling with depression and I didn't really realize it. I know that I've always been a person who feels things very, very deeply, even from a little kid. I just remember feeling things really deeply. Like, you know, when you were little, you would just like listen to R&B songs and like gaze out of the window like you were in the video, but like I really felt that shit. It's weird. I've always been a person who feels things very deeply, and when you are like that, the average thing hits you a little bit harder than it hits other people. And for me, that translated into depression because I just didn't know how to operate in the world being a very sensitive person. So I'll save that video for another time. But between partying, eating like a monster, not being very active, and also kind of eating for comfort too, I started to gain weight. And initially I really liked it because my butt started to come in, and I always wanted a big old booty because my mama got a big old booty and her mama got a big old booty, and I'm black and I'm from the South, so I wanted a big old booty. So I was really happy when that happened. But by the time I graduated, like it just kept going and kept going and kept going, and I just didn't know how to get a handle on it. So the motivation for me losing weight this time is that I actually am really ready to lose it. One day my therapist, I was telling her, you know, at the very beginning of my sessions, one thing that I really want to work on is, you know, self-control when it comes to eating and getting in the gym and being more committed to my physical health. And I would tell her, like, I just couldn't get there this week. I just didn't feel it. I couldn't do it. And she was like, Jessica, maybe you're just not ready. So the point of this video is to say, at the very beginning of this journey, there's a difference between wanting to be ready and actually being ready. I have started and stopped and started and stopped so many times, but in order to actually commit, I had to do something different, which is why I enlisted a trainer. You guys met Camille in the first video, Camille Ross of Sealed Clutch. Hey girl, hey. A personal trainer for me has been a huge benefit because it's helping me to be accountable, and I'm going to the gym and I'm doing things with more awareness, and it's a little bit more guided, and like I said, she's holding me accountable. So I have to work out 4 times a week. I have to send her a picture after every workout as proof. We meet up at least once a week, and she also gives me really great in-home workouts, which I'm going to share with you guys because I want you guys to be able to feel like you can do this with me. Just to give you guys a little bit of insight, I am being realistic with myself. I don't want to get in here, and I never want to be like a 00 again. I look at pictures from when I was younger, and I can't quite say that I want to go back, but I do want to move forward into a new normal, into a space of total awareness with regard to every aspect of my health. And that's not gonna look like me being 105 pounds, and I don't even have the desire to be that small again, but I am open to what that will look like, to what being a healthy 32-year-old will look like. So I'm really excited to go on this journey, to keep you guys posted with how I'm feeling. As of today, October 14th, I do feel a little bit discouraged. I've been working out really hard 4 days a week, but I'm not doing that great with my food because I live in New York, and it's kind of like a foodie paradise. We have access to so much good food, and that's like kind of a form of self-care for me that I need to manage better because I just like to eat. I like to go out to eat. I love a good restaurant experience. So I'm also learning with this whole lifestyle change how to still do that in a way that's responsible and in a way that's going to be productive for my health. So we gonna work on that too. Things are still fitting a little bit snug. My trainer texted me today and said that we have to do a weigh-in on Saturday. I feel really nervous about it. I will say though that I do feel stronger than I did at the beginning. We started in late August, and I can honestly say that the workouts are getting more challenging, but I feel more capable of doing them. I can hold a plank for a little bit longer without shaking like a tail feather. Like, that is a really creepy thing when you're like holding a plank and your body starts trembling like uncontrollably. It's like, girl, what is happening? It feels so dramatic. Like, okay, keep it cute. But anyway, I can hold a plank for a little bit longer without having those convulsions. My push-up form is getting better. I can push myself a little bit further on the cardio. So I do feel myself getting stronger from the commitment of going to the gym, but I have to keep working on how I can realistically improve my eating habits. So stick with me, stay tuned. Thank you guys for joining me, and hopefully we'll all get to a place of total wellness and health inside and out. So stay tuned.